we have Irfan Habib. He's a historian. He's back with us, I believe, on a better line this time. Thank you once again for joining us. Apologies for having to interrupt you earlier. But could you go ahead? You were telling us about the ideology of the Tablighi Jamaat, a brief background.
I began by saying that Tablighi Jamaat was founded in 1920s, in 1926-27, by one Maulvi Muhammad Ilyas, who belonged to Deoband Seminary. And he also hailed from a place which is not very far from Delhi, a place called Kandala. So this man came to Mewat region in one of his trips in the Muslim areas, and he found that the Muslims in Mewat, the Mewatis, are actually not Muslims exactly the way he thought a Muslim should be. And they were very, very eclectic in their belief, in their practices. They celebrated Eid, they celebrated Diwali, they kept names which were actually half Hindu, half Muslim.
Right.
And so he was very, very perplexed and wanted to really mend their ways. And with that idea, he founded this Tablighi Jamaat. Tabligh itself means cleansing or bringing on the right path. So this organization was founded because he felt that Mewatis need to be corrected. Now, after this, the movement spread all over the world. Today, it is spread into 150 countries. It is very strong in some parts of the world, like Bangladesh and Pakistan,
right?
And for obvious reasons. After his death in 1944, his brother, Maulvi Muhammad Yusuf, actually made it international because he took this organization all over the world.
Okay.
Now, lots of people ask where the money comes from. Because these people actually are, like they claim that they are not political, and they have declared themselves to be apolitical,
right?
Which is actually just a very overt sort of thing. But otherwise, they are quite political in their activities, because if you look at their profile, then it was mainly the Saudi government which found these people very close to the idea of Islam they espoused,
okay,
the Wahhabi ideology.
Okay.
So they are very close to Wahhabi Saudi ideology. So most of the funding comes from there. Now, we can say that they have no links with extremist Islam here and there.
Right.
But this ideology is very close to the extremist ideology of the Wahhabis. So they can't really make the claim that they actually don't espouse any extremist political ideology, because they are supported by the Wahhabis, by the Wahhabi Saudi government all these years. Now, these people, when they talk of Islam, they claim that Muslims need to follow Islam, which was followed by as Prophet himself left behind. They should follow the Sunnat, the practices of the Prophet. They should dress like Prophet. They should look like Prophet. No? So most of these Tablighis you will see, they shave their upper lip, the mustache.
Okay.
Most of them, 99%.
All right.
And they have a flowing beard. So this is something, imagination, that the Prophet looked like this, and
right.
I don't know how they got this idea, because there is no photograph of Prophet Muhammad, so nobody can really exactly claim how he looked like. But this is the imagination of the Tablighis,
right?
And this is how they want all Muslims to look like or to follow.
Right.
They want to dress like him, the upper
anything which particularly differentiates their ideology.
It is the main distinction is that they want to take back Islam,
okay,
to the 7th century, because they are against modernity, and they actually talk about it, that modernity harms, so we have to keep away from modernity.
Keep away from modernity, so, right?
Yeah.
And
and
that's very interesting. That's very interesting, because the follow-up question that I have for you is: do you think that they're irresponsible and even criminal actions, to an extent, have led to perhaps, greater Islamophobia? Do you believe that is exactly, what has happened after this entire event in Nizamuddin?
For me, cults like this, Tablighi Jamaat, they are enemies of Islam, because they speak on behalf of all Muslims, which they have no right to speak, because they are sectarian. A large number of Muslims are not Tablighis. They don't agree with their version of Islam, which is puritanical, yeah? which is very reductive. No? That is not the Islam which most of the Muslims follow all over the world.
Right.
Because they have been banned in Uzbekistan, in Kazakhstan, in Turkmenistan. Those countries have banned them. They don't allow them to practice there. They can't set up their own organizations. So there are differences with their ideology in many parts of the world. So they can't really claim that they actually espouse an Islam which should be practiced by all Muslims all over the world. So when they do anything in the name of Islam, actually they are harming Islam, because this is not what Muslims stand for. All Muslims in the world, or in India particularly.
Right, Irfan Habib, that's extremely useful perspective. Appreciate you joining us on the broadcast. So very interesting. You have a historian there putting it in perspective for us, that here's a group which is anti-modernity, would explain a lot of their irresponsible actions. They're puritanical and have even been banned in certain parts of the world. Irfan Habib, appreciate you joining us.